you know if you need a ghostwriter or a writing coach? And do you actually know the difference between the two? Well, today I'm gonna tell you. Thanks so much for coming. My name is Catherine Storing, and I am both a writing coach and a ghostwriter. And at some point in my life, I needed both. So I decided to become that and also a publishing house. Go figure. Sometimes you have to create what you're seeking. So today I wanted to keep it super cash, super simple, and talk about the differences and hopefully help you make a decision, because sometimes not knowing is the one thing getting in the way for you to get started. So the reason why I decided to become a writing coach was because after years and years and years, actually 20 years of trying to write my first book, I needed a writing coach. And I was a great writer. I had already written tons of stuff, but I never actually finished a book. And I did not need help with the writing itself. I needed help finishing. So I worked with someone that got me to the finish line. It was a publisher that happened to be a friend, and got me to the finish line. And just me being able to finish, unleash something, whatever was holding me back, and it allowed me to actually write my first book within hours, finish it up, a short book, but still a book anyway. And then within 2 short months, I was able to write the book that was holding up the whole entire process. And since then, I've written about 23, 24 books in about 6 years. So an amazing journey. And since then, I have helped dozens of people to actually help them in the writing process, and I actually help hundreds of people to publish their book and learn how to write books. So I figure, hey, why not create this video series and help you with the process. So what is a ghostwriter and what is a writing coach? Are you ready? And if you want to, you can take notes. Okay, so a ghostwriter is someone that literally writes the book for you. There are different ways of doing this. I prefer to have a very hands-on approach, but it also depends on the client and what their needs are and actually where they are. I have done hybrid combinations of where the person has done some of the writing and they just need help putting it together, organizing it, reorganizing it, and filling in the blanks. I have done that. There are other people that need help with everything, and they need help with coming up with what the content is going to be, where it's going, who is the content for, and all the things. So I have done that as well. I think I enjoy, it really all depends on the person. I enjoy the whole part of it. I don't really mind if it is where I am doing everything for them, or if they already have something written and they just need help massaging it and making it better. Okay, so ghostwriter most of the time remains anonymous. It all depends of the author, because it's still the author's content. What the ghostwriter is doing for you is doing the hard part of getting the words out of you. And again, there's different ways and methods of doing that. When I work with someone, I make sure that if their mama, their husband, or their wife read the book, they'll be like, oh my God, you say that, or that sounds exactly like you. That is my point, that it sounds like them, but better, okay? And some people have noticed lately, which is amazing, will give credit to the ghostwriter. If you see a book that says written with, most of the time the with person did a lot of the work, and the author, the name on the top, is the person that's more famous or pay the person to do that. Okay, so just a little hint there. And some people just don't want to let anyone know that they work with a ghostwriter. A ghostwriter should honor your wishes, and actually there's a contract that you should have. Of course, I have all my clients sign a contract, and they get to choose from the beginning what are the options. So they wanna me be completely invisible, so nobody knows that they work with me, and that means that I cannot use their name on social media, on any of my marketing stuff. Nobody knows that I work with them to this day. Some of my best friends and partners don't even know that I have written some pretty awesome books. But because I have a contract and because I honor my word, nobody knows. There are other people, like the first book that I ever did, I did with an amazing 2 young men. They knew that they wanted to work with me, and they were happy to tell the world and their brother that I helped them with their book. So I actually am given credit in the book. because they feel comfortable with that, and it was amazing, an amazing experience. So it really all depends on what you feel comfortable with, and you can always discuss that with your ghostwriter. More than likely, they will be more than happy to accommodate your needs. So that's a ghostwriter. Usually costs a lot more than a writing coach, but it really all depends on what your needs are, how much they need to touch the book, and how much access you have to the ghostwriter. Ghostwriters are not cheap, but I don't think they're expensive either because of what you get. You literally become an author, you have a book. You don't have to sit there and try to write the words yourself or figure out how to spell things, or if something sounds right, or fact checking. They should be doing that for you as well. So I think a ghostwriter pays for itself. I'm gonna give you some numbers that I think will really help. So for a ghostwriter, for example, oops, there goes one of my AirPods. But we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna keep it cash. We're gonna keep it going. So anyway, for a ghostwriter, do you need a ghostwriter? And I want you to think about this. If you think you can sell 1,500 books minimum, you could probably hire a ghostwriter. And that's counting out if the book costs $20. I always say, if you're gonna write a book, you might as well charge for it. The minimum amount that I charge, that I recommend my authors, I actually have some authors charge up to $30 because the books are that specialized. If you can sell 1,500 books plus to your audience, then you should hire a ghostwriter, because your time is valuable, and more than likely your audience will buy way more books than that. And the doors that a book will open for you as a speaker, where you can charge $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 per speaking engagement, and the authority that it gives you when you're an author is amazing. So I will say, if you think your audience will buy 1,500 books or more, or that you can sell 1,500 books or more, then I would say, you know what, it will be worth it to you. Because the one thing that I love, that I do and offer to my clients, that I did not find, I looked low and high and I couldn't find it, is someone that will help me sell a program inside my book. Something that when people read it, they know exactly what to do after with me, and that it kind of sells it for me. It lays it out, and now that they have read the book and think I'm amazing, right, they'll probably want to work more with me. And now they already bought a book for $20, $30. That's a really good hot lead. You should be able to capture that, and you should be able to charge them more. But how do you put the program together around the book? And that's something that's included when I work with someone as a ghostwriter. So that is something that I haven't seen anybody else do that. It's powerful, and I highly recommend it. You're gonna be an author, it's a captive audience anyway. You might as well capitalize on that. You might as well help your audience even further by creating a program that, if possible, is evergreen, meaning that you create it once and you get paid forever and ever and ever. That's my favorite kind of payment, okay? When I do something once and I get paid all of the time, okay? That's a ghostwriter. That's the relationship with the ghostwriter author. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer the questions there. And if I get a lot more questions, I will create a separate video just for the ghostwriter, okay? So moving on, a writing coach. A writing coach is someone that will meet with you on a regular basis. Usually, at least the way that I do it, is up to 12 weeks. We can always add more weeks depending on how much help the author needs. And they will help you with the outline, which is the backbone of the book. They will help you with structure. They will meet with you and review your writing, which is amazing. And will make to keep you on track so you can finish your book on time. Okay, so that's a writing coach. So looking at how you're writing, they'll help you with your outline. They'll look at your writing and give you feedback, like I'm doing that right now with an indie client, and I'm so excited for her. It's a beautiful book, but we're meeting because there are some things that need to be added and changed. For example, some chapters felt rushed and they need to develop a little further. And also, none of the chapters include how she is now. It's like a before and after book, and I'm like, okay, I get the before. She spent a lot of time in the before. Where is the after? And that's the kind of stuff that I get to help the author with, and that will make the book so much better. Again, those are things that I wish I had when I was writing my first books, couldn't find it, so I decided to include it in all of my packages. Now, what is the guideline for hiring a writing coach? I would say if you think you can sell 400 books, then go ahead and hire a writing coach. Again, let me emphasize this. You should have an audience, or you should have people that know who you are, organizations, places where you can sell your book. That's one mistake that I made at the beginning. I was so excited about helping everyone and their brother that I was happy to work with people that could afford my services. And unfortunately, because they did not have an audience, or they were not able to implement or hire someone to implement the strategies that I have developed to help authors sell more books, they were not able to be as successful as I knew they could. So they were frustrated, and I was frustrated as well. In one of the videos, I'm going to explain to you how you're going to work with a writing coach / publisher, and what are the requirements if you find a really good one, the things that you should not do and the things that you should do before you hire a writing coach / publisher. Do not miss that book, okay? So if you think you can sell 400 copies of your book to your audience and more, and also when I work with those authors, I also help them develop a process or a system so they can capture leads and be able to sell them a future program, or put something, help them with that as well. That is usually not included in the package, but it can easily be added. And again, if you write a book, you need to at least have a way to capture leads. And leads are just people that are interested in your content, want to learn more about you, and are interested in your expertise. So that is what a lead is. And I love, one of my things is monetization. So when I meet someone, I know after spending a few minutes with them, I know exactly what they're great at and how easy we could monetize that expertise. It's a gift. It's not something that I knew that I had, but over the years, I have nurtured that gift, and people seek me out for that. And it's something that I enjoy because it comes naturally to me. And because I know that when someone knows how to do something, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people that need to learn that skill as well, okay? So now you know the difference, hopefully, between a ghostwriter and a writing coach. If you need more information about what a writing coach is and you have questions about it, please leave them in the comments, and I will be more than happy to answer them. I will answer them. And if I get a lot of questions about a writing coach, I will also create a separate video for you. The other thing that I'm gonna add as a bonus, because I think it's important, you need to be very careful about who you select to publish your book. As of right now, you probably know that you don't have to go to traditional publishers anymore, and traditional is not even a thing anymore. There are so many hybrids, so many ways that you can publish a book. Please be careful when you select people, because there are so many services, and if you don't understand what it's included, and if you don't understand the rights that you have as an author and you sign away your rights. Listen, I'm a writer myself, so I am very adamant that you should never, at least it's my humble opinion, I have the right to be right. Yes, I said that. I don't sign my rights away unless they're gonna pay me a lot of money, okay? And I'm talking a lot of money. And even then, I will have a contract signed and drawn on, and it will have to be perfect for me. So as an author, if you're watching this video, more than likely you're not looking for traditional publishing. Do not sign away your rights. Make sure that the content is yours and you can take it wherever you go. Also, are you giving them a percentage of your royalties? What percentage is that? I think that should be a separate video, but I just wanted to give you those little nuggets. Please be careful when you select, it's called a vanity publisher, because you do have to pay for the services. But again, if you already have an audience, or you're building an audience and you think you can sell between 1,500 and 400 books, depending on what choice you're going with, a ghostwriter or a writing coach, then you should be able to have the book pay for its publishing. And that is very possible. That is something that I go over all my authors, because I want to make sure that they understand what the costs are, what the expectations are that I have of them, and what they should expect their book to do, because I believe books should perform for you. You hear me? Actually writing a book is not the hardest part. I really always thought that it was. It isn't. There are so many other elements, and that's why I actually give my authors a course that I put together so they know exactly how they or their team can promote their book the right way. Because once you write it, it's not like you write it in their calm. You actually have to tell people about your book. No matter how amazing it is, you still have to tell people about your book and how they can get it and why they should get it. And those are all the things that go on when you're thinking about publishing a book, writing with assistance, or getting someone to help you as you're writing or after you wrote the book. Now, those are the things I want to talk to you about today in terms of a ghostwriter, writing coach / publisher. Thanks so much for watching. I want to encourage you in your journey to write a book. If you know something, if you have an expertise, if you know how to do something well and people praise you on a regular basis, please know and believe that there are hundreds, thousands, maybe millions of people that need that skill like yesterday, and they will be happy to pay to learn it from you. Are there other books about that subject? Maybe, but they have not been written by you. They need to see someone that sounds like you, that looks like you, that has your background, that has the kind of accent that you have, someone that they can connect, and that is you. Go ahead, decide to write the book, get that dream, and check that off your list, and help as many people as you can. There are countries that my books have gone to that I haven't gone yet, and I love that fact. As much as I love to travel, I don't want to go to every single country, but my books are doing the little thing, traveling around the world, helping people one book at a time, and I want and hope that you can do that as well. Thanks so much for watching. Please know that I love you, that I am rooting for you, and I'm gonna see you super duper soon. Bye.